said.
Unless Miami is like a city-state that...
No.
No,
Wrong.
exactly. It could be. Might as well be. I've been there once, twice even. Good evening, my fellow Brendan Urie lookalikes. That's a joke for no one but myself. And maybe the one other person. I guess Panic at the Disco is still popular.
Insanely, in fact.
Really? Okay. Then let me try it again.
Panic at the Disco, like Brendan Urie's Panic at the Disco is an incredibly popular band. That's like one of the most popular in the world.
Good evening, my fellow A Fever You Can't Sweat Out enjoyers.
Now that no one knows.
Now that one no one knows, because it's their first album, it's their best fucking album. It's my favorite album if you didn't know. If you've never heard Panic at the Disco's A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, go listen to that whole album, it's amazing.
Pretty good.
Fucking incredible. Fucking... Like, you've probably heard... I imagine they still play I Write Sins Not Tragedies on the radio. One of those songs, one of those everlasting, eternal songs.
Yeah... I mean, it would be hard to tell. I don't listen to the radio.
I don't listen to the radio. People don't even listen to the radio anymore either, so...
Yeah, so that'd be hard to tell.
Yeah, but you never know. Probably pops up in... Well, I don't know if people listen to music. I have a Pandora playlist that I've been curating for the last 20 years of my life, so I'm a little bound to that. But I suppose most people just use Spotify and, like, YouTube playlists at this point.
Yeah.
You never know. Never know. Anyway... we're gonna do a shorter stream tonight. We're only gonna do it for about 2 hours, maybe a little bit less. See what we can do. We're gonna... Tonight, I just want to talk to all the NPCs on the... Oh, this is where I stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were somewhere else, honestly.
Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Yeah, let's just talk to all the NPCs over here and get the... gunshot locations determined.
Yeah.
I think we can go do one of those right now. And then, hey, maybe we can make a phone call.
I'm still thinking Sniper was in the Ferris wheels on the table.
The invisible Ferris wheel that was immediately dismantled? I think so.
Exactly. Like, we don't...
It's a perfect plan. It's a perfect plan. Yeah. The Ferris wheel won't be there.
Exactly.
I guess we could talk to these guys after all this time.
Money.
We even walk back here? No, it stops right there. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Crumbling. Campfire?
Hey, those are just normal things.
These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. These are military barricades.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't just see those on the coastline sometimes? I don't know what they do.
They might have like a double purpose, but
okay.
I don't know. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. And I imagine this is going to be the buoy. Yep. Could this be the buoy Klasia told us you about? What we got?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That, over there, must be the boy class she told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
See, they pronounced this word correctly, I think. I always found it weird that we pronounced it buoy. Yet it was spelled this way. I think he said, like, the boyo. The boyo. Just like the boy.
Ooh, hidden things. Secrets, lies, cold, air, tendons, snapped the cords keeping the boy in place.
Yeah,
a little longer, and it would be floating somewhere out in the open sea.
What?
Moves across the water, leaving no traces. You're cold again.
Yes, but
always.
Well, yeah, but yes, but who or what is this?
Splendor.
Damn, I felt really strange just now. We're lucky it's still there. A little longer and it would have floated away. Damn, I felt really strange just now.
Mm-hmm.
No further response. All his concentration is on the contraption. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away.
Indeed. Let's see what's inside.
Pick up the boyo.
The boy is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out of the water easily, noticing how light it is.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Shake the boyo.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Sniff the boyo.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. And
Date
just
the
a
boyo.
dash
Oh.
of hard liquor. Yum.
Every time they can.
The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Electrochemistry ruined my joke. Fuck you, electrochemistry.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Well, damn.
Damn. No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the boyo. Anyway. This is a disaster. Everything is ruined.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
It must have been Claudia's enemies, which means she's in danger. We have to save her, Kim. We can fix her. Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition?
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Okay.
The dome-shaped...
Damn. I wonder if that was the timing thing. Yeah, I feel like we just missed the timing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little elaborate to be just a dead end, but you never know. Hey. Really, Harry?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
Was not expecting this. I was expecting like a kooky, Doc Brown type.
Nope, you get whole horse. That's right, all cowboys are whole horse.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
That's Gary the crypto-fascist!
Man, this...
Now that's a title. Gary the crypto-fascist. Picture even looks like an NFT. Very impressive. What a picture. What the fuck?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
They're fucking screaming. You must be Moral, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
What the fuck?
I was not expecting this.
Why has this guy got problems with me?
This was the last interpretation of this character I was expecting.
Yeah, what the fuck? No cops, get out of here. The cryptids hate cops. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Hey, of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken.
Yeah, don't worry about
We
that.
can't go all the way around the A81.
Is he supposed to be
Yeah,
Australian?
that was... I guess so. He's in the wheat fields. No, he's in the reed fields.
Welcome to the reed fields, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. Withhold the whole story. Tell him.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? But there was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, see, I jumped over the canal in my motor carriage, tearing through the salmon and butter sign, which fell into the canal, blocking the gates. I used the pawn shop as a launch ramp. I guess you're right. It really was the sign's fault. Anyway, you can go back now. No. It was all me. I caused your delay and I'm sorry, but you can return now.
Why?
He spreads his arms in disbelief. Because I needed to drive into the ocean. You know, like that Frank Ocean song. Because I'm insane!
Because I'm insane.
It was an experiment to gauge the Cooper's 40's aerial performance. I'm something of a gentleman scientist. I'm sorry, I don't know. Because I needed to drive into the ocean.
Sure. But you said the water lock is fixed now. So we can go back.
Did he say we can go back now?
Are you deaf?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Fuck you, Volition. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
Reasonable.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
Uh-huh. What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insect. So you're ghost hunters?
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you. I wonder how many takes that line took. Megaphasmodea zoenis. Maybe not too many.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in the stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one.
Not yet.
Bug, no.
That's what makes it a cryptid.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely, enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit
Yeah.
of scientific advancement.
Probably spite.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What now?
He means asexual reproduction.
Oh.
The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
That's pretty clever. Females producing without males, a travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
She designed the traps?
Yes,
Okay. How do they work?
simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
That you assuredly know it has. What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivorous stick insect. Seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
I've unleashed a plague of locusts upon the land.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
I'd hope. Let me ask you about something
Yes.
else.
What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we've finished with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Lena.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both
nuts.
catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Reed crabs. Those are the phasmids.
Yeah. I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her.
I'm doing this for science, and so is she.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Is that how they met? I remember saying something else.
Suffice to say,
It's kind of vague.
it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another cough into his fist this time.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later? You should just give up on this bug hunt. 1.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
How'd you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
So you're living your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
His eyes narrow. Why not just be a real zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem like a lot of wishful thinking. It does.
My methods are the same as those of other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence, and I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
I look at pain thresholds art.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Just.
Oh.
Oh.
Agreed. Yet there is always a chance, albeit a small one, of a truly good surprise. One simply needs to look at the history of science. Serendipities abound.
Now, while we look at this as, like, this guy's looking for Bigfoot, and that's kind of ridiculous, I imagine there are people that are looking for rare species of things all the time that more closely qualify as real. There's reason to believe they might exist more than just, monkey. Oh, Mothman. So it's not too far-fetched here, but it is a little... far-fetched still.
For sure.
Like to put it... Like, people get passionate and will put themselves on the line for this kind of stuff, but I'm curious what his actual deeper-seated motivation is. Has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
So you have never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So, how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
That didn't answer my question.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries.
Okay.
The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Two's still pretty impressive.
Two's not bad. Were they worth knowing about? I bet like 80% of them are fish.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate,
Okay.
and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere.
Sure. Checks out.
Suki no real.
Suki no real.
We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Yeah. Then the Insulinian Phasma will be the third.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
I want Tsuchinoko to be real. Yeah. I kind of do and I kind of don't. It'd probably be the only snake I'd like, because it's like a fat snake, you know? It couldn't, like, attack me and I could actually, like, grab it, rather than it being a string of death and evil.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing. He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
No need to.
Yes?
Talk about specific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Wait, so I may have seen these willow people without knowing it? How'd you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself.
Okay.
After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
He smirks.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined.
Fair?
Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
And Lena's sighting of the Phasmid is that?
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
Okay. Just tell me about a cool cryptid. Any cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence. By all means.
Alright.
Nice guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hello,
Hope.
I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Oh my god.
His model doesn't match his portrait at all.
None of these guys do.
Yeah, they really don't.
No one's has.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Wow!
Holy shit! This is Lucky Racist number 3.
Oh, we found him!
We found him.
Man, he
Make a
really
wish.
just pointed in excitement as if he was at the fucking zoo!
Holy shit.
Mommy,
man.
look, a yellow man. Don't say that. Jesus.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
Racist!
Racist.
Yellow
Noted.
man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Oh, logic.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
This is exactly what I think every internet racist sounds like, by the way. They nailed this. That's what they all sound like. Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
What's up?
Degenerates, this man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Okay. I'm neither of those things, I can assure you. I'm a by-the-books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. Drunk and degenerates. That's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate. Maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. Yeah, we're gonna lie to
Let's
him.
lie to him. Throw him a toast too.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revacol.
Huh?
It's the kind of guy that bitches about like anime girls not being perfect virgins. Spouting all the NTR and the Viscdol threads.
yeah. Revacol.
Revacol. I call it something different because I'm special. And I know better than it.
He pronounces Revacol with a hard K, unlike other people.
I'm glad they're making a point of it. Oh. I didn't even... I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
You said Revacol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way.
Oh!
The old way. The Vespertine way.
Uh-huh.
The stupid way.
Yup.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying. Seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried, "Yellow man!" I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this. Home. In this colonial mug collection.
One's fine. I think 3's fine.
I'm gonna go with 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Uh-huh. Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of the lynching? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer. Yeah, still seems a little suspicious.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
Really wasn't expecting to find this motherfucker all of a sudden, but That's this game.
You're not
we are
going to find me, are you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
I mean, we do.
I
Yeah.
deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, it's... I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How'd you get into that trash container? That is what I wanted to ask.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Wow. Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads, against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor.
He's wearing
You've
the
heard
armor.
this sound before, but where?
Oh, yeah.
He's
Oh,
got the chest piece on or something.
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
Don't mess with me, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay.
Tambourines?
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
I don't know. Do we have anything else that'll give composure? I think the boots. I think I had some composer shoes.
Just
speed.
speed up.
Yep. Speed up. Well, if we have to beat this dude, We have the +2 to hand-eye coordination, I think.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that's that makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't have a way to put more points in composure. Holy fuck, I have a lot of skill points. Should we start another thought? We might as well.
Yeah.
We got...
Anything raises our composure. It's hard to tell. Because the negatives don't necessarily turn into positives.
Yeah.
Because it's more so about what the thing is. Yeah, like the physical instruments one. Those are encyclopedia, but would presumably give us a boost in physical instruments in some way.
Yeah. I don't think we need to find the 15th Indo tribe. It's hard to say, but it's not like we're gonna get anything right off the bat here. Nothing that can boost us either. We'll hold on to it for now. Speed. Wait, this guy didn't give me money. I fined him, he didn't pay me, what the fuck?
Always
Right.
a pleasure to see an officer of
Like-
the law.
You find him. I don't like you wrote him a slip. It's not like you had the cash on hand, I guess.
You could trade me the armor.
I mean, officers.
Maybe we can shake him down a little bit, maybe get some more pluses here.
Yeah, because Half-Life did mention we wanted to.
Keep intimidating him.
Yeah.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite? To be honest, you're the first streamer / let's player I've watched to use drugs in this game.
Huh. Interesting.
Really?
So many.
Like, yeah, they're just trade-offs.
See,
They're just a part of
people-
the character. So
People don't want to look bad in front of Kim.
yeah, but it doesn't matter as far as I know.
Right.
Unless there's an invisible meter, but like, we get shit done with it. So, I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
Yeah, most people want to get Harry clean. Yeah, that's fair. But like I said, we got that's for later. We got shit to do now. We'll fix him later. He's into rehab right after this, but for the time being,
we can quit anytime.
we can quit anytime. Exactly. What's a burning rhino?
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
Why only the males?
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly.
Nice, Gary.
Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
You're telling me this is one of the cryptids people couldn't find? The burning fuck ring?
Yeah, giant herds of rhinos. Yeah, we can't find them.
Of the giant death juggernauts? Yeah, like, sure.
The lieutenant sighs without looking up from his notes. It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual.
How do they burn?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid.
What are they, a Monster Hunter
When
monster?
the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
Holy shit.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
This is a Monster Hunter monster. I want to be just like that rhino, running through the night with guns blazing.
We don't really do that around here.
Fuck.
Perhaps we should have more such decisive action in Revacol. You know, this city used to be a flaming rhino once. A long time ago.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be really good ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, as you know, I've been having problems with my memory. Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Well, he gestures towards Gary as though he were presenting a work of art. Yes, our lucky racist. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Are you, Gary? Are you a racist?
We gotta ask him about the wishes.
Yeah, will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary?
Man.
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Lieutenant is a native of Revachol. Yes, what are they doing in that seal of theirs? Scheming?
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here. If you can remember.
I think I'm alright.
Your gut feeling tells you it'd be interesting.
The racist stat.
So, Gary, you live nearby in an apartment in Martinez.
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Yeah, I think we pressure him because that's what Half-Life told us to do.
Yeah.
So probably not 4.
I think 2. I think 2 is a good subtle one. Is that where we found the shirt?
Yeah, I think
We must have.
We found some things in his apartment that seriously liked it.
Let's go with 2. I think 2 is a nice subtle one.
How?
The color drains from his face. Mr. Everard Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment. I saw the poster in your apartment. You know, I'm a Heilman Dolmer fan myself. I saw that ridiculous poster in your apartment along with all your other colonialist memorabilia.
I think we say 1. It's hard to say.
2 is kind of funny though, where it's just like, yeah, I mean, I like that stuff myself, and it's like, you were in my apartment. I'm not talking about that right now. It's like in that.
We're talking about One Piece.
Yeah, exactly. What's that? What's Anjin? No,
I'm
I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, it's like, what about my
The
brother
robot guy,
and father? I'm not talking about them right now.
It's talking about One Piece.
Yeah, why did you kill my brother and father? Who cares about that? I'm talking about One Piece. Oh man, One Piece is super good again this week. He starts crying. Yeah, I guess 1. Because maybe we'll get his side out of it, why Everett might not like him, apart from, you know, the fascist aspect of all this.
Yeah.
Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment?
No, I did, per his request. I don't know if we tell him that.
Well,
Well,
yeah, but I don't.
yeah.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
Mm-hmm.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Really? I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you. Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Nod grimly. Our discussion on this topic is over, Gary.
Yeah, I think not one or two.
Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door.
What could it be about? I probably talked too loud. In the whirling. About some theories I had. Whatever it is, I'm done with it. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
Mm-hmm.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
Oh.
He clearly liked his squirming.
Okay.
He may even have changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature. Physical instrument's just gonna slap me. Just spawn out of my chest and punch me in the face. No, you dumbass. Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons his shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see a gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Okay.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Shut up, Moral.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
The lieutenant's tone is icy. Give me that armor. Now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Gross.
This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it and live.
You got it. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet. His smelly, smelly feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
Racist absolved. Racism cured. until it's not. Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you.
I'm sorry, officer. I'll change my K-own profile picture off Twitter.
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Oh, you spread the rumor about the Union. Okay, is that... I guess that's the idea here. I can see why Everard would not take kindly to that.
Yeah.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Hey, alright. Okay. +1 pain threshold, thicker skin, +1 volition, borrowed confidence, -1 empathy, mania of invulnerability. This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat, and it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. Wow.
Neat.
Will Kim say something about the boots?
Kim will probably say something about the boots, I think.
Don't mind me. Just walking around, Kim.
Interesting, he doesn't.
I don't care. Cool. What shirt was I wearing?
Like, I think we were warned not to wear them around Kim, in fact.
Yeah, I think so, but also, the game's not too punishing when it comes to that stuff. He might have been upset if we did it while he was around, maybe. But at this point, he's just like, whatever. He's got more important shit to worry about. Okay, so I imagine the other shot was being considered from here? I think it has to be right here, yeah. No? Be careful here. A door. A building. A hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? I don't think I can go in there, so I don't know. Oh wow, you have to run all the way over there? What? I guess it wasn't over here. Wait.
There's
There
no
we go.
way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in, though? Kim, you think she's in there? Point at the boarded up building. Can I try to get in, though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable. But I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
It's true. Thanks, physical instrument. Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Nothing more to do here, then. Where's the other place where the shot was getting taken from? Boardwalk Island. I don't think I got Island.
Well, the island was...
Maybe it was north of the church. Maybe we can do it from there. We already went to Boardwalk, though.
Do we have access to the island? It was like northwest or northeast.
No, I don't think we do. Let's just go up here. We can also ask them if they've seen anyone. They might have info. Though they might not be here.
It's pretty late.
It's pretty late. Nah, they don't move. Hey,
Hello again.
have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Long shadows, short shadows, quiet shadows of local children, loud shadows drunks, and also a shadow made of sticks. You breathe on your hands for warmth.
That's good. No neighbors to complain about the noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
That's nice. I mean, like, up here, I guess, would be where we could check it. I guess we'll be allowed to go to the island somehow. I guess.
Yeah.
Guess so. So that leaves what? Boardwalk. Right?
How many more pieces of the armor were there? Like, were there also legs?
I think it would be,
Not just
I
food?
think
We had a quest for it.
I don't know if it tells us everything. Gloves. Might just be the gloves.
Well, presumably the helmet was.
Oh,
supposed to be the
helmet,
ocean.
helmet. Yeah, helmet's in the
Right.
ocean. I guess
Yeah,
we might get access
yeah.
to, like, the water, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I was curious if there was also going to be, like, legs and potentially even an over jacket of some kind, but it's probably just the gloves and helmet, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I have to go to the end of the boardwalk to trigger the event here. No? Check boardwalk for bullet traces. Check island for bullet traces. Check the trash can, maybe? Like, am I not on the...
And two empty bottles. No, there's more in there.
A tragedy.
Whoever read at now, this you see trace. It's hard to.
Is my perception not high enough? Possible.
It is possible.
Can't see shit without good perception. Like, is this not the boardwalk right here? Is there another spot I can go to? Don't have access to it right now? Well, that's good to know. Helps with me streaming rather than throwing my head against it. I imagine I can still check the boardwalk, though.
Too dark out.
Could be. Do I whip out the flashlight?
Oh yeah, they told us to do that.
Flashlight time.
I think they did. I forget if they actually said that or not.
We've only had one use for it. That'd be kind of cool. If
Yeah,
it actually,
I
if it
forget
actually
if there
mattered
was
at
a
night.
Tip that was like, hey, use a flashlight in dark places to find things that are hard to perceive.
Well, this is lit up, so it wouldn't matter. Huh. Okay. I wonder if the commies are still talking. Still chatting.
Possible. We're probably getting close to being out of time on stuff like that.
Yeah, good chance. I think we've talked to everybody except for the one woman over here. She's still here, so...
Do we know where the communist meeting is being held?
I know where it is. I know where it is. It's in the dude's apartment. With the bust.
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay. Key. Considering an overturned boat, a sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer. That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Okay.
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Wind rattles her earrings. I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Who are you? Suggestion? Don't know him.
Don't know him. What is this? Who is this
Hold on,
guy?
but he popped in a... Look, ask her about the cool sword. He's right. Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
Give me your sword. It is imposing. Nod.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her
The wonder.
Coach means the expression.
But I don't have the expression anymore. Coach! Coach!
Points the expression on your face, and it's just not there anymore.
Her eyes meet yours, and suddenly she starts laughing. It's hoarse, as if she hasn't laughed in a while. Do you like it? Find someone else to laugh at. I'm not a clown, but I am. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
Damn, like the one inconsistency this game has. We solved the expression.
It wasn't not there.
Unless he just put it back on for a second, you know?
Sure.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
Can I borrow that sword?
No, I'm afraid not.
Damn.
Attempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
That's true.
Is she flirting with you? A little? You think she might be?
I think Electrocusmi's right about this one.
I think he's right. He's never wrong. When's he been wrong?
Of course.
So where are all the men now? The only stat that's been wrong this whole fucking game was our main stat. At the most critical time that it needed to fucking work. God damn it, drama. So where have all the good men gone?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned.
And where are
Others
all the
were more
gods?
thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Oh. Wait, why? They're thick-headed. Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Fuck. I mean, how you doing?
The harbor seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Revachol. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder.
Gone where? Gone? Coward! I would never leave anyone! He disappeared. Sounds like a missing persons case. Gone where?
To the
Tim,
waves.
we're on the case.
The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
That's bad. What happened? Oh, say no more. Wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Hey, Drew. Bye, Drew.
I drew.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Nod sagely. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheel spinning. Yeah, number 2 is you should kill yourself now. So I can have your sword. Then I can get that sandwich from that motherfucker finally.
Oh, you know what? If we had our gun, we'd get the sandwich.
Oh fuck! If we had our gun, we could do anything.
It's true.
Fuck, we still don't have our gun. Damn. Yeah, it's healthy to let go and move on.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks. They're not there because it's 1 a.m.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay.
Looking for a
When did this person stay here?
Hot singles in your area. Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now. I guess we might be looking for other people?
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Kim's presence makes it awkward. Well, we're never passing this one.
Suggestion. Oh my god.
I have a suggestion for you. Give up. What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine.
Okay, is that enough to make a living? Sounds like it would. Fishing's... anything like that, it's a good living as far as I know. Busy? Fucking busy, but people gotta eat.
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Okay, interesting. What have you found? I never thought the sea brought in anything particularly interesting. Yeah, that's a real surefire way. Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
Yeah.
Don't let if you ever see a dude with like blonde hair, kind of tan skin, with a girl wearing like either hot pants or a Miko outfit, don't let him near the beach, okay?
What are you talking?
Talking about the fucking script for 10-3. FF10-3.
Oh my god, dude, I had no idea what the hell you were
repressed
talking
it,
about.
that's why. Listen,
No, I thought you were...
anytime a mine is brought up now, I cannot help but think of that fucking horrible, horrible premise.
I had no idea what you were talking
And it's on a beach too, like, fuck, dude.
I thought you were, like, describing an NTR man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We've described one too many NTR men lately, huh? Gotta lay off the NTR men. How many times do we make that joke in the FF10 playthrough?
With the bomb?
Once, hopefully, and that was it. And then we forget it and try to remove it from existence.
It's too good.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. Mines. You need mines.
Mines! Choose wisely.
I need to know about those human bodies. A bomb. The RCM could use a mine. Where is it?
This does remind me of how I saw a post once and it was like, you're just go like walking through the woods and then you come across an undetonated landmine and someone's just like, where the fuck do you live? And it's like, Europe.
Europe. We're asking about the mine, clearly.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Damn it. Damn it. So I take it that's your skiff point at the overturned boat that I was going to live in.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Catch a snowflake in your palm.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No.
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Well, I do.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the slushy snow melt on the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think it'll be ready? There's something we might have to check out on one of the islands. The origin of the shot. I want to ask you something else.
Shot, huh? The boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather, officer.
I can try, damn it.
Waves wash the sand. A skiff moves across the mirror-smooth sea, far away from here. A lone passenger, a fast sloop in the distance. White sails. My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
2? We got time. We got time then. Alright. Thank you, autosave. I love you. Well, we're probably gonna have to come back here first thing tomorrow because there's a couple of NPCs we missed. You're not getting your jacket back. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I love you. Idiot, Doom Spiral, whatever your name is. I live in that house. I don't have anything more from her. Yeah, we'll just come back. Let's head back over. Oh my god. See if we can't get some commies going. Get this communism party started right. And then we'll break off from Kim. And I think there were a couple of things we could do without Kim around. We could try to do without Kim around. Let me take a look at some. Suggestion. We could put a lot of points in suggestion at this point. We have quite a few points to work with, so we might be able to get that check done. Yeah, let's go get this communist party started. I'm gonna go find some more liberals to set on fire. That's dumb. You're dumb. Oh yeah, let me look at this. Yeah, we looked over at that. We might have to move this like blockade or something later.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know how else we'd get in there, but sure. Nothing to sell. I guess I don't need Kim around for this.
But we don't not need Kim around.
It probably is funnier if he's with us. Assuredly, in fact.
Assuredly.
She's got nothing to do. She just hangs out. You know, we could probably talk to her about our work of art.
Yes.
Get her
Yes.
take on it. Right, that woman, that was weird. Was this not where this was happening?
A plaster cast, honestly. He does kind of look like you after all.
Did we miss it? Might have been in a different room. We might still find them. Let's look.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe the balcony? They might be up in like the boiler room or something.
Yeah.
Did you
Hello
see it?
again, officers. Have you come to admire?
No. Ah.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez.
So
Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt.
So it's /A then. They're having an animated discussion.
An animated discussion, yeah. Shit talking in the Hunter x Hunter threads. Hunter x Hunter fans going into the One Piece thread shitting on One Piece. Never ends. Here's how Nino can still win.
The acrid smell of failure.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was gonna go with weed, something earthy, warm, and burnt.
No, that's just slightly burnt coffee.
Ah.
A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at these pigs sniffing about after hours.
Ignore her.
The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket.
Relax, they're only communists.
Something's not right here. The equation doesn't quite balance.
He taps his foot and takes a deep breath.
Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
That means quick save.
You can hear animated voice. You can make out at least two separate voices. Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
Bang on the grill.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence. A slight sensation of static electricity as before a storm. A miniature conference is taking place inside, and you are the subject.
What's the passphrase?
It's Disco Supernova. Blessed are the sausage grinders. Don't think so. Remember Dobrevia and someone did say this. Yes, it was said. We were told that by
Mañana.
Mañana.
Yeah.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
I will. Thank you. You're telling me the key was behind the door?
The two young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are
fuck is
fixed
that?
on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
Matchboxes, it appears.
Sure.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
Careful, careful.
That's really funny.
That's communism.
Because like I thought what was gonna be happening here is that we were gonna come inside and like they were gonna be building a bomb and like we were gonna be facing this moral dilemma of supporting the Communist Party, but they're planning on like bombing something, right?
Instead, they're just
But
nerds.
No, they're just fucking building events like dominoes out of matchsticks, which is kind of like a bomb.
Kind of like a bomb.
Damn. Hardly any difference.
The young man shakes his head and then looks up at
Night,
you and the
user.
lieutenant with barely concealed irritation. Oh, Nightman.
You two. You are late.
Uh-huh.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
His companion looks up at you and squints.
Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
My apologies, comrades. I had to be sure I wasn't being tailed by our class enemies. Young man considers you a moment.
He's taken your measure, like an ideological boxer stepping into the ring.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one
Uh-oh.
said anything about reading.
Impossible.
You'll just have to wing this one.
Just wing it. The reading, yes, I've definitely done that. What is this reading? I thought this was a revolutionary group. There must be some misunderstanding. No one mentioned any reading. Kim, did you do the reading? Just wing it.
You have.
That's funny.
Excellent. Let's hear your critique then.
I thought the themes were interesting.
They always say
Well-
that when they haven't done the reading.
But I'm right.
I was gonna say to go with number 3, because that's an actual legitimate criticism of communism.
Sure,
Is that
sure.
it's like you can't. It's hard to reach the people who you're trying to reach if the theory is too complex.
That's true.
Like if you're trying to help the downtrodden who are potentially undereducated, a big book is not necessarily helping anyone.
No.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
What exactly are you two doing
In the
here?
most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. The most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinaise.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
It's obvious they take this group of theirs extremely seriously. Whatever you do, don't compare it to a common book club. Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of Beano-clads yanking each other's knobs?
Sounds like a yank fest for binos. Sounds just like a regular book club. Sounds like a place for intense intellectual engagement. Exactly my kind of jam, comrades.
That's our whole thing. The world is so shallow, all noise and repetition. We're interested in genuinely radical critique.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
You all like to review video games on YouTube. Because I sure as fuck do. I said bad things about Sekiro and people didn't like it. Therefore, I'm very intelligent.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian theory in the universities. Okay, so what does your reading group actually read?
Huh. As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
We are post-attendance, basically.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Revachol is the library. That's where we've made our greatest critical strides.
Kim, can we arrest these kids for truancy? Okay, so what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Force yourself to keep listening.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
That's a clever one.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Hablars une paix infernale.
The original Fizdale translation, not that watered-down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they actually read all this stuff.
Obviously.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
What are these inframaterialists?
You're not familiar with him? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, Gendarme.
Okay, but then who's this Ingus Nielsen guy?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
I'm getting bodied. I haven't been leveling up because I don't need to. But like in theory, I could have a fucking massive encyclopedia stat right now.
Right.
But you're so incentivized to just hold on to stats to, in case you need to re-roll something, because you get the most out of that.
Right.
But interesting, yeah.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Plasm, huh? Sounds like a hell of a drug. You might want to ask about it.
Impossible to fail an electrochemistry check.
The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
Okay, but what's your group's stance on the lynching? Is your reading group affiliated with the Union somehow? Okay, what's your group's stance on the lynching?
Our stance? What? Do you want to know if the SRV has established a party line on the lynchings in Martinez?
The two young men look at one another.
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-tribes' dirty work.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
Okay.
Are they being sarcastic? You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth, but it's impossible to see your way through.
Is your reading group affiliated with the Union somehow?
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the Union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
Of course.
He speaks the truth.
So what's your stance on crime in general?
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself. It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
He waves his hand as though this is all there is to say on the subject of crime.
His companion can barely suppress a yawn.
Are there any operational communists in Martinez?
No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Like this one?
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry.
Many.
Can I hold it?
Sure.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
The rifle rests in his open palms. Its position reminds you of something.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith.
Wow.
Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him. When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Cool. Where's the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
Choose all you need. Me and Kim are the same way.
Kim and I.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Fuck.
What the? He just bodied us.
Fuck.
It was a suplex.
Ouch, my feet, they're out from underneath me and my head is cascading into the floor. Lieutenant mutters under his breath. He scribbles something in his notebook, but adds nothing else.
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Okay, but what happened to them?
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can
Oh, no, God forbid.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
Novels, unbelievable, shake your head.
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Gottwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Whatever this turnip business is about, one thing is perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do.
You don't say.
You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them, you're one of them.
Okay, what's so bad about the Gottwaldians?
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Gottwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that, because his dad is from Gottwald.
Okay, so what's so depressing about their theories?
The Gottwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are incapable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself.
Sure.
In other words, they have lost faith in their own relevance.
That's why they spend all their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
That sounds miserable.
It is miserable. That's probably why they're always committing suicide. You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
Ouchie. Ouchie. Okay, but what about the iconoclasts?
For starters, they love talking about beans.
What's wrong with beans? I like beans. No beans for me. Can't stand the stuff. What's wrong with beans? I like beans.
Oh, sure. But iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
Nota bene, iconoclast is an extra pejorative form of the already pejorative name, Mazovian economists, a moderate school of Mazovianism which advocates the gradual transition to communism through carefully managed economic modernization rather than violent social revolution.
Wait. This is the practical one, though. But it's not the passionate one. But this is also the beans one. Me and the boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
The guys who are an inactive communist cell, meaning they just participate in theorization.
Yep.
Or criticizing.
Yep.
The group that is
making
doing
practical advancements for communism and how it could actually function.
Right, through a gradual transition, as opposed to the big...
The violent social revolution.
Yeah.
They're by
hate
far
these
the
guys.
most bean-centric school of communism.
I mean, that's communism, though. You criticize all other forms of communism.
Yeah, the left.
The left. Oh, yeah, and it's the sniper row.
Yeah.
The Spider-Men. They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism. What's wrong with making progress through moderate economic reforms? He's gonna be like, you just said it. Moderate!
Oh, please. There's nothing moderate about their love for counting beans. If I were a Gotwaldian, I would probably diagnose them with Bonenfixierung.
Uh-huh.
You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists, but in reality, they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
Is this the reductive nature of this? And what about the liberals? Are they liberals too?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
Oh my god.
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
This is amazing. What about Cindy? Is she part of the group?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
Oh, man.
That doesn't stop her from using the room for studio space, of course.
Like,
this is the gatekeeping ideology.
Exactly. Oh, you didn't read the Communist Manifesto. You can't actually be a real communist. Like, you know what I mean? But experiencing the actual plights of the working people and never mind.
Yep. Did you say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
No.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
No.
Wow, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
Lieutenant arches his eyebrows.
Right. So a few weeks ago, we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state.
Uh-huh.
And Maurice said, what were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
What is this inframaterialist business they keep blathering about? You've never heard of anything like it.
Remind me what inframaterialist theory says about turnips again. Are these guys about to say that, like, your intellectual ideologies, if they're perfectly aligned, are able to influence the material world?
Let's see.
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops.
No way. No way.
Which Morris
no
somehow
way.
has the gall to deny.
No way. No way. Am I reading this right?
Yeah, no, he said it.
Whoa. Whoa, am I glad we went communist just so I could read that fucking paragraph. Whoa. I just realized the building's destroyed on our left. I just thought that was a wall.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
If you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnips?
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Go ahead.
Holy fuck, dude. Wow. Okay. What were you doing with those matchboxes just now?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Well, they already picked them up.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
Is the reading group accepting new members?
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
Young man turns to his companion.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Steban, you can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, he'll still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process. Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Harmless looking slug.
3%.
That's enough for very low. That's enough for tonight. Will you still be here if I have more questions?
Sure. We're here most every night. Maybe we'll catch you again.
Sleep well, gendarme.
Holy fuck.
I don't want to join them anyway.
Reflective construction vest. Endurance reaction speed. Okay. Kofi. Try not to think about the cracks spidering out across the floor. A rickety easel surrounded by pots of gouache. Cindy's, no doubt. This one says, no war but class war. It's supposed to read under the cobblestones, communism. Wow. Wow. You know what? Hiotiemio makes a good point. There is a guy that blinds you with his immense wealth. Maybe it actually does work like that. Hey man, there's nothingness that eats away at the edges of the world. That is the past and memories manifested, so...
Sure.
I suppose it could. Alright, 2 a.m. Let's...
Pretty much
put
everything
him to
should
bed.
Yeah, it should be asleep.
And we'll see if... Nope, not that way. And we'll see if... Klasia is awake or not. Because if she is, we can talk to her. And we can also run over to the other woman, I think. Then we'll call it. It's actually worked out. We'll end on at the day shift. Well, we'll start the next day. And go from there, right? Everyone's just gonna be asleep.
Can I help you?
I need a drink. Can you pour me one? About my bill for
Got the
tonight.
20 real.
Yeah, 20 real for
Good.
the night.
You got the room for the night, but...
You know, there might be other places to sleep on this coast. You'll find one eventually.
See, I'm just not sure. I guess we would just walk to our room if we stay on the coast now.
Right.
And Kim would just be like, all right, we'll see ya. Is the idea. Probably. Is our faucet still fucking broken?
Yes?
Can I pick that up? Oh, wait, we got new clothes. What's it read? +1 endurance. Safety first. -1 reaction speed. Impossible to miss. A ludicrously reflective safety vest like those favored by construction and road repair crews. Comes with a replaceable battery pack. Makes you feel like a deep sea anemone.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
We're never fixing it. Can't pick that up? Damn. Alright. Go awkwardly talk to Klasia. I I can't believe those guys fucking said that shit. But I guess it is kind of appropriate with how this world works, though. With how they talk about all these grandiose ideas that maybe if you do really feel it hard enough. Okay,
Yeah.
she is gone. Okay, that's all right. We'll just have to talk to her tomorrow night, unless she's gone, which she could be.
Right. I mean, I suppose we could barge into her bedroom to see if she's around.
We did. That's how we got up here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, she probably just disappears. I imagine everyone just kind of disappears at a certain point here.
Yeah.
Okay. How does fast travel work? I want to know. I've never figured it out. It said we unlocked fast travel. How do we do it? Let's think. Take me there. What is the fast travel button? How do I do it? Take me there. Take me. God damn it, we gotta walk. Then I'll go stay in the shack next to her. Put Kim to bed, nice and snug. Oh. Nice. That was so fast, holy shit. She's still here? She is still here. Well, she said she goes to work at like 4.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
Why is it that? What is with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Do I point this out?
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It's an installation. Wet your lips. Very conceptual. I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident. I'm sorry. I got drunk and apparently drove it into the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am. 5's kind of funny.
5 is funny.
That's great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Sire, she doth not believe it wasn't you.
You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? No, that's senseless sentimentality. Inanimate objects don't have souls. I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now. You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
Okay, mark that down in the notebook. Things to do months from now. It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities. Like regenerate it, like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area, or...
I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my nets. But daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, what are we talking about here again?
That got me nothing. Fuck. Shit. Alright. I don't think we have a single piece of clothing. That... Okay, there's one. No. It's minus suggestion.
We have a drug that increases our psyche, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does my clipboard... Empathy. Yeah. We get... Yep. Oh, and this. And we got a lot of speed. And this one's gonna boost motorics also, just in case. And I think we also don't actually lose health from using it. Something weird like that. We're probably gonna have to boost some points here, but that's
Waves
okay.
are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Oh, yes, she does.
Oh, that was a high
You
roll
need to get
too.
a drink
Oh.
on. There is no other way for human beings
That wasn't a
to
red check, right?
procreate. Not after
No.
6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
Suggestion's funny. There is no other way for humans to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman. I want to be close to you. There's but one way to intimacy. Since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched over the reprocreation of our species. Lay with me. Let's celebrate the ghoul.
The what?
It's what Measurehead said.
Oh, right, the
Al
alcohol.
Ghul.
Right, yeah, Al Ghul.
Oh man. Oh man, all of these suck.
Yeah, because we failed.
2 maybe? 3 she might laugh at.
Yeah, I think we try and make her laugh.
Now there's a whole shipment of big words. May mankind be plentiful, I guess. Can I get back to my nets now?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
We got
Waves are beginning
points to
die
blow.
down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Yes!
You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea?
Nice.
But what do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
Nani?
I love you. Suggestion's hilarious. I'm listening. Get out of here with your crazy fringe theories. What you're suggesting is highly experimental, possibly dangerous. I'm listening.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
She hesitates.
You just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk? Walks are innocent.
This time, though, imitate drumroll. I thought I'd ask you for a walk. Lillian, walk with me. That one's kind of funny.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
She feigns extreme surprise.
Perambulator.
Perambulator. I guess that means walker, I guess.
Yeah.
A stroll?
Like, yeah.
I guess. Like parameter, perambulator, later. Yeah, I think that's meant to be like you just walk around. Someone who walks. I am. That's why you should definitely agree. Is that a yes, ma'am? Is the walk happening? Please come do a sober walk with me. That's why you should definitely agree.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it airy and simple.
There's a nice view on the beach I found. Point northwest. Land's End.
All right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
I understand nothing. Just a good old-fashioned walk. I like it.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
Stroll on the beach sounds nice. All right, I guess I'll be seeing you at Land's End in the evening, when it gets dark, all right?
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
Okay. Can we do that now?
I'm guessing.
Probably. Where the fuck was Land's End? This is all for her sword so we can get the sandwich. Just remember, guys. She is quite charming, though. We got really lucky there.
Yeah, but like in a weird way, the odds were in our favor because
We could roll
just
multiple
keep going.
times, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was Land's End. Yep.
She can be like, man, you kept me waiting. It's really late.
Gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down.
Yes.
It'll be dark soon.
Uh-huh.
If we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunks and teenagers.
True.
Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
She turns to face the sea once more. We have a nickname. We're in. We're in.
I was about to say.
Water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Maybe this was a mistake. Everything feels uncomfortable. I should go. You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
It's a rock star thing. Tardiness. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm just trying to be a responsible grown-up. It's a rock star thing, tardiness.
Aye, you're the starest of them all.
She says with mock seriousness, then bursts out laughing as she turns to face the sun reflected in the waves. They really don't expect you to do this shit at the latest possible time in a day, huh?
Well, yeah.
It's okay. We're delusional. We can just imagine it.
Yes.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the waves and the cries of the gulls. As she turns to face the sun reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you cannot help following her steady gaze. You should say something, anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing.
No! Keep quiet about your sordid past. You know, a past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. I wonder why that is.
It's a common Revacholian expression.
Really?
Means drinking yourself to death.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not him
indeed.
anymore.
Found a corpse recently. He'd had a Tequila Sunset moment.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
Hell yeah, Tequila Sunset all the way. I think I'm good with Harry or Dubois these days. Harry's my name. I don't need any others. I prefer just going by my initials. It's more conspiratorial that way. Call me HDB. This is a new model of me. I will need a new name. Who am I kidding? I'm probably going to drink myself to death, whatever name I choose. 5's kind of fun.
5 is kind of fun.
5 is kind of fun.
Can't wait to hear it.
He smirks and turns toward the sunlit sea.
The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun isn't always that great. Think of people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Not now, Logic! Remember, kids, Logic won't get you laid. Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
And a bit of conceptual unity, too. It being yellow and all.
Just enjoy the view. Continue.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas. Grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
The Sun isn't exactly an organization. There's an explanation to this, and it's political. You see, began a long, impassioned political tirade. Well, something's gotta be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
You would be incinerated, or worse.
+2. Your lost love. +1. Artful background. So, who do you think killed the hangman? You have fish hooks in your ears.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
She's right. They're made mostly of plastic. A cheap novelty gift you can buy from a flower shop or a kiosk. The wind ruffles her hair, silver-streaked in the moonlight.
There's an interesting lilt in your voice. I hope this isn't offensive. What the hell's a lilt?
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there.
Not
I hear,
Ubisoft.
though I've never been.
They make the bad European games.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver-streaked in the moonlight.
Do you wish you were out there fishing right now?
I always do. I like it. It's like being on another planet, a water planet, with water worries and water joys.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver-streaked in the moonlight. Here we go. Two different approaches to cap this off with style.
Fuck. Stare into the sun like a fool. Yeah. A massive thermonuclear reaction 5 billion years old. The sun is a god. The only fault with the sun is it shines on us as well as our enemies. Both these suck. We're going with one.
Hi. And a benevolent one. When did you last have one of those on your side?
I still do. I'm righteous. When did you last have a god on your side? I still do. I'm righteous. I got Kim with me.
We got Kim with
We got
It's
Kim.
true. Like, honestly, that's kind of true.
Well,
We got Kim with
maybe
us.
it's that god that makes all those atoms burn up there in that big thing. You know, the wind's going to pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She's gonna just kill me now. She takes her sword out of the scabbard. The blade shines in the gathering dark.
Have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
It worked.
in, baby.
It fucking worked. Are you sure you don't need the sword? Look at it.
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we can do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
Fuck!
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
Fair. Thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
God, she even, like, puts her coat on all cool. That was nice.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning.
Equip this to impress yourself. The blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years and won't slice or stab anyone. It still commands respect in your hand, however. Holding on to its bakelite hilt fills you with a sense of purpose and a memory of the date.
Beautiful. Oh my god, Kim, look at my sword.
Kim, I got a fucking sword while you were asleep. Kim! That's it. That's all I get. I get to impress myself.
To impress yourself. Like, it's very specific.
To impress yourself. Oh, I hope Kim has something to say about it. Alright. Will the fast travel work this time? No. Do you have to be near something?
Someone said someone may have mentioned something about being near a door. I wasn't quite sure if that was... what
Yeah,
they were
let's
talking
see.
about or
Let's
not.
see. Let's just go back to one of the locations where we came from. Oh my god, I have a sword. I got a fucking sword, dude. I'm gonna have all the armor. I'm gonna have a sword. Now I just need my gun. Guess we could go talk to Everard again, potentially.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what to do with the signature. Where am I going? Okay. Can I fast travel from here? You can. You have to be at certain spots. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. Jesus, that's fast. Wait. I have a sword in my hand. Wait.
What?
Damn, I was trying to click it.
Yeah.
As if it was usable. Hey Kuno, I have a sword. Check it out.
Children love swords.
I have a sword.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Papa's
Should have said Kuno's the
Papa's
best.
bad to the bone, Kuno. Rotten to the core.
Kuno's part is. You're just shit at life. Now what's your case with Kuno?
I have a sword.
Kuno doesn't...
You cared a little. I'll make you care. Ask me if I care. Because I do. Alright, let's get our sweet dreams going and call it for the night. My gay fellow, I have a sword.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
No one cares! Garth's just staring at me with a harrowing look on his face as I walk upstairs with a fucking sword. Oh no. I'm gonna sleep with the sword. Did it reset any checks? Can I?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
God damn it. Fuck. Alright. Good work today, Harry.
The bed is still
Sleep
cold
warrior.
from the broken window. The room behind your closed eyelids is familiar now. The only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes, a kind of sleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Dark Shore my ass. I know what this is. Also, I didn't roll a night elf first. I'm getting all the good jokes in tonight for people who assuredly know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just let me sleep. Great. This is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going?
Hey, brother.
Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
I went on a date and got a sword. Literally, my life has never been better.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Really? I don't care. That doesn't scare me. Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad. I don't care. What? Shut up. I just want to sleep.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep.
When did I kill people?
He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater. Under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is
Well, we know Harry has...
much worse than that.
Harry has 3 confirmed kills.
Yeah, we got three
right?
confirmed, but I guess this is kind of implying that... I don't know.
Well, if they were criminals, they were likely thieves or something, or they might have actually just been, in which case they were just 4 people who were robbing a store or something, or whatever the case may be.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So that's just, maybe he feels guilty because he, it wasn't like he killed like some serial killer, he killed a guy robbing a 7-Eleven or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but we don't know.
We don't know. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that. What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots. Her face forms in summertime. I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think either one of those things. I think 3. I think 1 and 2 are a bad fucking idea.
Oh, but you will. You're already going there.
Oh, man.
Slipping. How long can we keep you from the precipice? 1 more dream? 2 max, baby. Then it's...
Okay.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it will be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Really? I know I didn't pass the check on it, whatever it was, now that I think about it. Huh. Huh. Damn, I just thought I was dead.
I'm waiting for it to happen where we just die.
Yeah? Come on, Harry. We're getting there, buddy. Don't worry about the speed. See, you have your sword. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Well, there's something I want to check, and then we're going to stop. You already know what it is.
Oh, right.
I want to know if she left or not. Long-ass loading screens. Adding to the tension. Okay.
Sure.
There she is. Well, we're not going to talk to her right now. Hold on. Hold on.
What?
The shadow of the sword.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's his dick butt. It's his dick butt. Alright, we'll talk to Claudia tomorrow, guys. This is a good one. That date was really nice. I really liked Elysium.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She was really nice. We got a fucking sword. So yeah. We'll see you guys next time, alright? Take it easy. I hit my mic. Later, guys.
Bye.
Night.